You killed my mother. You disrespect my sister. You have no honor. You must die. Hi, Dale coming to you from my garage again. And guys, I understand. I truly understand. You have a huge sword and you want to display it so that everybody that comes over to your house can see it. But you don't know how to do it tastefully. In this video, I'm going to show you just how to do that. And you can display it proudly. And this just isn't for the guys either. I've seen many women that really know how to handle a sword. My son bought this extra big sword a couple of years ago at DragonCON here in Atlanta, and up until now he's just been keeping it in his closet. No one even knew he had it. So this Christmas I want to build him a wall hanger so that we can display this on our wall so that everybody can see it, because it is pretty cool. The problem is he's going to walk through my garage every day and he's going to see me with his sword. I don't want that to happen because then he knows I'm building him something for the sword. So when he was busy one day, I ran up to his room and I took all sorts of measurements and pictures and brought those down, and I'm working just off of those. So hopefully at the end it'll all come together. Come on, let's go. A while ago I made a platform bed out of 4/4 red oak. I'm using all the leftover pieces from that build. I'm going to have just enough to do this and will not have any left once it's done, so I can't make any mistakes. I need to first get them cut to size and then clean up the rough edges on each. I use my crosscut sled and then rip each rough edge. The bed project was the first time buying hardwood from a lumber yard, and also the first time buying boards that were not surfaced on all 4 sides. I'll leave a link to that video below. It turned out great, and I hope you'll take a look at it. Now that I have all the boards cut to rough length and all the edges cleaned up, it's time to glue them together. You'll notice that I ripped a couple of extra long pieces from a 2x4 that I'm gluing up on the right and left sides. I'll show you why I do this in a few seconds. This is basically the same as making a cutting board. Start with the board standing on edge, make sure that you get really good glue coverage, crust to crust on each board, then rotate the boards and set the clamps. I'm using cawls that I covered in packing tape on each end to help keep the boards flush. I gave the glue about 20 minutes to cure, then I came out and scraped off most of the glue squeeze out. I then let it cure overnight. The next day, I ran it through my planer to both clear off any remaining glue squeeze out and to flush up both sides, nice and smooth. This is why I glued on the extra long 2x4 pieces. I don't have my planer dialed in perfect, so I get a fair amount of snipe. I mentioned earlier that I had just enough of my red oak for the project, so I could not afford any snipe on the oak. This way, all the snipe is on the 2x4 boards. Once I'm done planing and both sides are flat and smooth, I simply set up the table saw to cut off the 2x4s from each side. That will leave me with just the glued up red oak boards. Next I need to trim off the edges and straighten them out. This was really the hardest cut, as my small job site saw made it difficult on such a wide board using my miter gauge. I really need to build myself a larger crosscut sled. The second cut was easier as I could use my fence. I realized that this is probably too wide of a piece to crosscut, but before doing it I put a fresh coat of wax down on my table saw and practiced it several times with the blade down, and it was sliding very smoothly. If this makes you nervous, please don't use the table saw and cut it with your circular saw or something else. I'm going to need a way to hang the sword, and to do that I'm gluing up 2 small pieces to get about a 2-inch thick block. This is what's going to be holding the sword up, so I make sure to use plenty of glue and get really good coverage. While that glue is drying, I draw out the shape I want. Those angles are going to be too tough for me to do on my table saw as well as on my non-sliding miter saw. So I'm going to use my ghetto track saw jig and my circular saw.
This made these cuts very easy as I simply lined up the edge of the jig on the line, clamped it down, and cut. Some of you are probably good enough with the circular saw to just freehand this. I didn't want to take that chance. To soften it up a bit, I put a small chamfer around the edges. This makes it nicer on the hands, but also I think it looks a lot nicer as well. Now that the glue is completely dried and I have a 2-inch thick block, I use my table saw sled and square everything up. Next, I mark out where I want my slots that will hold the blade of the sword. I raise my table saw to a little more than 1 inch and I cut dados on my marks. Once the dados are cut, I can then cut the block to its final size. I'm going to need 2 of these holders, so I rip it in half. I use a stop block to make sure both sides are the same size. The final step is raising the blade to cut off just one side, and then I use my sled to cut off half of each side of the holder. You'll see what I'm doing here in a few seconds. Using a square, I clamp down a straight piece of scrap where I want the holders to be placed. Using my bagel topping skills, I smear on a healthy amount of glue. I can then use the straight edge I clamp down to make sure that I set these in place level with each other. I use my combination square to make sure that I put them equal distances from the edge, and then just like Dirty Harry, I shoot a couple of nails clean through the holder to secure it to the base plate. I know that glue is really where these holders are going to get their strength from, but this sword is about 11 or 12 pounds, so I'm adding a couple screws from the back into each of the holders just to help out, as I really don't want this thing crashing down. The wall hanger is now complete, so I throw on a little spray-on lacquer to give it a little protection and to bring out that beautiful red oak. Well, I thought it was done. I forgot to drill the mounting holes. I should have drilled these before spraying on the lacquer. No big deal. I drilled them now and follow that up with a bit of lacquer after. I start with a 3/8 inch Forstner bit so that the screw head can be countersunk below the board, and I follow that up with a 1/8 inch bit all the way through.
Well, Christmas is over. My son opened the gift and he did really like it. We decided this wall here in our small game room is where he wants to display this sword. The problem is the sword is about 11 pounds and so is the plaque that will hang the sword. There is no stud behind this point right here, so I've got these little guys here and they're supposed to hold about 200-250 pounds. So I'm going to be using 2 of these as wall anchors in the drywall, and we'll see how that goes. I don't know how well you can see it, but I've got a plumb laser on the wall. I can use this to make sure that I hang the plaque perfectly straight so that the sword is displayed as I want it. And because we are using a laser, guys, let's do some safety. Put on the safety glasses for the laser, which actually makes me see the laser quite a bit easier this way as well.
You just watch me use the mounting holes as a template to drill the initial holes into the wall. That way, I'm sure they'll line up perfectly. Next, I use a 1/2 inch bit to make those holes big enough for the drywall anchors to slip inside. This type of drywall anchor is very easy to use. You simply rotate the latch portion so that it lies flat and insert it into the hole. You then straighten it out and slide the tab all the way down to the wall, making sure that it is snug against the drywall. Rocking it back and forth a couple of times will cause it to break off and be flush to the wall. Now simply use the bolts that came with the drywall anchors and attach it to the wall. I make sure that it's attached snugly as well as plumb.
So here it is. I love it, he loves it, and it was made out of just strips of oak that were left over from my build video right here where I built a bed out of oak. There's only one thing left to do, and that's to hang the sword on the wall for display for all to see. Fits like a glove. I love it. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. Tell me what you liked, what you didn't like in the comments, or just ask me anything you want. I answer just about anything. Do me a favor and share it if you really liked it. If you think anyone could get use out of how to hang a large sword on a wall, sharing these videos makes a huge help for me, so I really do appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't, and until next time, see ya.